The List widget in PPO allows the flexibility of creating your own lists on your homepage. This feature allows users to create a list and add any entity item to the list. As long as it lives in PPO, you can add it to the list. So are you battling to focus on the important items that you need to get done? Are you keeping a list of things on the side that you need to address? Are you dropping the ball and don't feel organized? Well, the My List widget has got you covered, so let's jump right in. So when you log into PPO, you will see the My List widget on the right-hand side. As a start, you will see one list on your homepage named Favorites. I'm going to talk through a couple of use cases for the list, and as we go along, I'll be creating lists and adding items to the list. So as a member in the PMO, one of my roles would be to keep an eye on certain projects for various reasons. It could be due to a risk, data quality reviews, or governance checks. It could just be that a project is stuck and needs a bit of a discussion. So for this purpose, I'm going to add a list and I'm going to call it Watch List Projects. To add a project to this list, I simply navigate to the project entity and I select my project. A new icon that you will see that assists with adding items to your list is my Save to List icon. So here I can just click on Watch List Projects and save, and that would place the Cashflow Boost project on my watch list. Another example for a watch list project could be that you received an email notification on the side for a gate review that you need to do. For the specific project, you know there are gaps, so you'll need to do a proper review on the project before you decline and send it back to the PM. So for the watch list projects, you don't even only have to put actual projects on the list. So here I've got my approval record that needs to be reviewed in totality with the project. Here I can also just click on Watch List Project and save. So when I go back to my home page and refresh, you will see that I now have 2 projects or 2 items in my watch list. Another use case is that I might have a couple of items that I need to discuss with project managers. So I can add a list that says items to discuss with PMs. Just click on the apply button over there. So in this list, you can have a variety of items. It doesn't only have to be projects or only risks or only issues. It could be a variety of all of the entity items. So I'm just going to go to an issue and I'm going to select the issue, click on Save to List, and here you can see my new list has appeared, items to discuss with the PMs. The same I can do for a risk. So if I just go to my risk list and I select a risk, click on my Save to List button, and here I just pop it into the items to discuss with PMs folder. For project managers, you can even have an additional list that says a to-do list for items that you know that you need to get done. Or you can have a list for planned items for this week. In this list could also be anything from health indicators and comments that you need to update for a specific reporting cycle or milestones that need to be achieved. So let me just create a new list, just a basic to-do list. If you're a project manager, you can do something like this. So I can go to my task entity, select one of my tasks because I know that needs to get done this week. Click on Save to List, popped it in my to-do list over here. And again, you can do the same for risks and issues or scope changes, anything that you need to give attention to for that week. So I'm just going to refresh over here. So now you can see I've got my favorites folder that I haven't put anything in yet. Items to discuss with project managers. I've got 2 items. I've got a to-do list with 1 item in that I need to sort out. And I've got my watch list projects. In my case at PPO, I have a number of goals that I need to achieve for the financial year. So these goals are broken up into work items, and what I've done on my own homepage was to create a list for each of my goals. I then just go and grab my work items and pop them into under the goals list, and then at least I know what my focus items are. So having these goals on my homepage definitely keeps my focus where it should be, and it helps me with my day-to-day planning to get them done and dusted. Okay, so now that we've covered creating lists and adding items to your list, let's cover a couple of basics. So by default, notifications are enabled for lists. This means that you would get a feed notification if the linked item is updated or if a conversation was added or replied to. So to disable all notifications for the list, you simply click on the notifications icon. You also have the ability to either rename your list using the rename button, or you can remove a list from your home page using the delete button. On the right-hand side, when looking at the items within your list, you can disable notifications for specific items. So over here, I can decide that I do not want feed notifications for the Cashflow Boost project, but I do, however, want any notifications for the other project. You can also on the home page use drag and drop functionality to sort the items within your list. So you literally just click on it and you drag and drop. In addition, for great interactivity, you can drill into any of the list items to get to the underlying detail. So here you can see if I hover over it, there's a hyperlink. That means you can drill into the item. I'm sure that this feature will bring much needed value to your homepage. To see more of these product videos, please visit our website at ppolive.com, where we publish all our new features. You just hover over company, navigate to the blog, and you will see this product news folder. If you haven't subscribed to the blog yet, simply pop in your email address, your first name, last name, and click. Thanks for watching.